fam? Welcome back to Roar's channel, as today we talk about a very specific pro tip that is like so huge, guys, that I am making a whole video on it. Now, I think this tip is something that every one of us should master, and once you master, it can help you push up to not only legendary and ranked, but maybe also grab your pro card in the process. So what is this tip I speak of? Everybody's probably like, dude, tell me what it is. It's gonna be communication, right? Communication is so huge. And you know, some people are probably sitting there like, dude, I'm watching all this for just you to say communication. Like, I'm out of here, dude. Like, you know, slam their hands on the ground and just like walk out. Dude, chill. All right. So first off, we're going to talk about what communication really means, right? First of all, we don't need any negativity when you're playing matches, guys. If you lose, you lose. It happens. We all do it. I promise you. Ask the pro players if they do it too. What communication really means is giving proper callouts. Now, what is a callout, right? So say you run into a certain portion of the map and you die, and you know, your teammates are like, dude, how'd you die? Where'd you die? Where's the other guy at? Well, you can be like, hey, they're over in the such and such, right? You know exactly how to point your team to that location. Well, that's what we're going to talk about today, guys. Not only communicating, but we're going to give you an idea of what call outs look like. So we're going to focus specifically on a map, and we're going to focus on Standoff. And I think Standoff is like my favorite map personally. So we're just going to dive into it. We're going to talk about all the call outs within the this map, and then we're going to give you guys a little bit of an idea on how to communicate. So before we jump into the map, guys, don't forget, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, show some very much needed love to this channel as we attempt to grow and be bigger and better than, let's say, iFerg. Yeah. Okay, don't tell him I said that, guys, because he's going to probably come down and kill me, get my YouTube channel shut down, and it's going to be ugly. But anyway, let's jump right into it. All right, guys, before we jump right into the map itself, I wanted you guys to see exactly what I'm talking about. So I did find this picture on the internet. I cannot take credit for it, FYI, but check it out, guys. This is all the callouts for the map Standoff alone, giving you guys literally breakdown by building to locations and just giving you everything you need. If you guys are looking for callouts specifically for Standoff, take a screenshot right now and learn these things up. And guys, once you see exactly where these callouts are located, the items that they are focused on, you realize that these callouts are pretty like obvious. But I mean, until you really put two and two together, it can be a little bit challenging. So again, take a screenshot, guys. Let's jump right into the map and talk about each single call out. All right, guys, so here it is, or here in Standoff, we're going to be talking exactly what each portion of this map is called out and looked like. So check it out. Here in the very beginning, starting over here on this, let's say, east side, we're going to call this spawn A, right? Spawn A. Moving up, guys, pushing into here, what is we have right in front of us? We have a bunch of hay bales, right? So we're going to call this hay stacks, or some people call it hay, some people call it stacks. It really depends on how you want to call it out. Now, check it out. Jumping over to here, moving on to the tank. Now, we do have two tanks on the map, and so how do we determine what this tank is called compared to what that tank over there in the very center is called? Well, how I look at it is the other tank's kind of in the center of the map, so it's going to be second towards the one that's closest to, let's say, a spawn. So this one's going to be tank 1, right? Tank 1 is sitting right here in front of you. Very easy callouts, guys. You guys can see how easy this is. Moving on. All right, so what do we have right in front of us, guys? Yes, it's a freaking tractor. That's exactly what this callout is. They're over by tractors is what you would say, right? So that's how they determine if there's a guy there. Moving over into this little area, what might this be called? Now, I'm assuming because it looks like it's kind of in a backyard that they're going to call this backyard, right? That's exactly what this callout is. They're in backyard. Too easy, which you'll see a lot in, say, game modes like Standoff, right? So what is this tank here, guys? If you guys heard me talking about the first tank, yeah, this is going to be tank 2. Exactly. You guys are right, man. You guys are so smart. Pushing up right next to it. Let's say they're not camping on the tank, but they're hanging out around this gigantic circular structure. This is going to be, of course, the statue. This is exactly what that call it is. Very easy. Statue. There it is, guys. Let's move on. Moving on. Pushing forward. What might this location be? Now, this location is quite big, and I've heard it been called a couple different things. What we're going to call it, according to the picture I showed you just a bit earlier, we're going to call it freight, but I've also been heard, it's also been known as boxes. So freight or boxes. Good stuff, good stuff. Moving on. We're moving into what appears to be a big white building, right? That's exactly what this one is called, the white building or white house. Let's go with white house according to the picture that I sent you. Now we're gonna move up here. This one is also have a very easy call out, right? This one's gonna be the red shutters. Red shutters, why do you ask, guys? Yep, it's because it has red shutters. It's very odd, right? Very weird. Weird stuff pushing on. What might you call this, guys? What might you call this? This is definitely gonna be spawn C. You guys can call it spawn C, however you guys want to determine that. But yeah, that's spawn, right? We're gonna call this one spawn C. All right, so moving forward, guys, this is the only real van that you can maneuver around that doesn't have anything really next to it. So this one's gonna be called van, right? Van, very simple. I'm going through all this, but it sounds stupid, but if you haven't heard it from somebody like me, then maybe you might not really understand what we're talking about or what callouts are. So check it out, guys. Moving up to here, this one is gonna be what it appears to be is gonna be called the office. I mean, I don't really know exactly why it doesn't look like too much of an office. I mean, where's the freaking desk and the chairs, guys? I don't know. That's what it's called. Cool. All right, learn it, get over it. So moving into this structure here, guys, what might this structure be? Now, you guys are like, why do I need to know what this structure is called? Well, if you guys play at all, any level of ranked or just anything, you guys will know that some people will come back here in what appears to be a barn, and they'll spawn trap you. Like, you'll be spawning from here and they're just sitting back here like, yeah, and it's really annoying. And you're just like, dude, I really hate you right now. It's weird, but it does happen. All right, so moving back into here, guys, this is gonna be the next call out. All right, this one is called exactly what it appears to be, a storage, right? So if you can say they're in storage or however you guys want to identify it, but either way, this little location is storage. Now again, we'll see a lot of people jumping out like, I got you, bro. Pull out their Sparrow and just and it's really annoying, dude. And you're just like, dude, I don't even want to play anymore. You kind of quit. All right, so what they don't want to do is Sparrow what appears to be the gas station because you're scared it's going to blow up. Yes, I said it. This one is called the gas station. Why do you ask? There's a freaking gas station, dudes. All right, so cool, too easy. Again, this is another spawn point. You get spawn trapped quite often. People over here like, and you're like, cool. All right, so moving back. All right, so what is this again? It's kind of all just grouped up as the gas station. Yeah, pretty annoying, but I mean, that's exactly what it is. Okay, let's push up to here. All right, guys, so this right here is really not got a call. It doesn't have a call out according to the map I showed you guys, but I mean, most people know it as the fridge, right? I mean, check it out. Like, they're right there next to the fridge or, you know, whatever. You guys can mark that down on the paper I showed you. That's exactly what I would call this thing right here. All right, so moving on, let's move up into here. Where we're going to be talking about exactly what this is. Most people call it the bakery. I mean, check it out. It does have a nice, beautiful looking shelf where you would put like delicious donuts and somebody checking you out right about here. Like, hey, give me your $5 for the gigantic donut that I just handed you, and then shoots you because that's what Call of Duty Mobile does. So yeah, cool. Pushing back. We're going to move all the way around. Then we'll walk through the center. Right here, guys, what might you think this be? We actually call it Mama. And I'm not exactly sure. Maybe it's because it's got a kitchen and, you know, very Mama-like. I don't really know, but that's really called the Mama. Yeah, so pushing out of here, we're going to jump over onto, where are we going? We're going to jump over onto what might this be? It's weird, dude. It's the roof. Yeah. It's the roof. That's literally what we call it. It's really the only roof that you can get on. I mean, you can get on this one over here, but that one has a different name for it. So we're going to call this Mama's. Cool. Now we are back where we started. Let's push down over here. All right. So moving through the very center of the map, what are we going to call this, guys? Obviously, it's a truck. So we're going to call it truck. That's exactly what we're going to call it. Now, you guys are like, oh, there's a van over there and you guys call it van. Now, this one can be center van, right? I mean, at the very end of the day, you guys can say he's center next to the van and people will understand exactly what you're talking about. That's exactly what that is. All right, so moving into here, guys. Now, what might this be called? Some people call it the front yard, which is exactly what it is. It's literally the front yard. And I think that's where there's really nothing to say about it. I mean, it's the front of a building. It's the front yard, right? So pushing into this nice, gigantic building, what might you call it? Now, I've heard people call it church, which I get it. I think there might be, I don't even know, dude. It's that structure that sits up top, maybe looking church-like. I mean, I don't even know what that says, dude, but yeah, it doesn't say church. Anyway, moving into it though, actually what they call it is, they call it grandmas actually, or grandpa. Pushing into it, I've heard it called grandma or grandpa, but either way, the old person, you know, lives in here, I guess. That's just how they work on it. Moving in out to of here, guys, this one right here is called the ledge. You know, it's very different from the building across the way. You know, maybe you guys can say grandma ledge or church ledge or however your team identifies what this might be. Now, this one right here, guys, it has a name for sure. Check it out. What do you guys see when you look at it? You see a broken wall. That's exactly what I see. So that is exactly the call out for this tiny little location. My game literally just cut out, and I guess I would say that sucks, but I'm just used to it. That's Call of Duty Mobile. I still love you though. But anyways, that was the end of all the callouts, guys. I really do hope you guys enjoyed them. If you guys do like them, definitely let me know in the comments below. We'll definitely hit all the other maps if indeed this video does get a few likes and solid comments saying you guys do want to see more of this. Now, if you guys are just like not going to take anything from this video, at least take this one point, guys. Know that being toxic within the Call of Duty game, it just creates such a negative environment and you will most likely never succeed. Like, think about it. Nobody wants to play with a toxic player. You'll never get invited to pro scrims, or you'll not be able to push up to legendary because you'll not be able to play with other members. Remember, guys, so definitely leave out all the negativity. Bring in your A game. Be a little positive. Everybody will want to play with you. I promise you that. Communication, guys. Now go out there, push your way to legendary, and push your way up to a pro team. If you guys are looking for some scrims or maybe wanting to participate in maybe some tournaments, definitely hit me up in DMs. My Discord link is located down below. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Definitely go out there, love yourselves, love everyone around you. Go out there, guys, and encourage somebody today. And as always, stay classy.